Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello to all of our viewers and listeners out there. You are watching INCRadio Sacramento.
Whenever we need him, he's always there. There's no one else who does what he can do. Each time we seek him, oh, he always cares. Don't ever fear, he's just a prayer away.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to INCRadio Sacramento. I am your host today, Madeline. I am joined with the lovely Olivia. Hi, Olivia. How are you?
Hi, Ate. How are you doing today?
I'm doing okay. You know, it's very, very rainy outside, so it's nice to be inside in a warm place. How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm also indoors, as you can see. Nice and warm indoors.
I see you have a nice cozy sweater on. Very nice.
I do.
Well, today, everyone, we're going to be discussing something really fun. So as some of our viewers may have already caught on, we are discussing things that we are grateful for throughout the month of December. And so come with us on our journey to learn a little more about how to live a simple life here on INCRadio Sacramento. And one of the best ways to live a simple life is by allowing yourself to express gratitude. Olivia, do you feel like you express gratitude pretty frequently?
I think I do. I do like to tell my friends and family that I'm grateful for them every day. So it's a daily thing for me. What about you?
Nice. That's so nice. I hope I'm expressing it daily. I mean, you know, there's definitely the moments where I'm expressing it, especially in my prayers. But you know, like the more than just saying, you know, can you grab me this? Thank you. You know, more than that, the true gratitude. I'm hoping after this show today, it's just a reminder, especially for myself, to express my gratitude a little bit more. I would like to do that. But one of the benefits to having a simple life is expressing that gratitude. And some of us might be asking, how is gratitude linked to simplicity? That feels, you know, I'm not sure about that. Actually, thankfulness can lower stress and allow us to feel happiness. And if we practice gratitude more often and more consistently, it can actually make our life more joyful. And in that way, our life feeling a lot more simple. So, Olivia, what are some of the things that you are grateful for?
That's a very loaded question. There are so many things that we can be thankful for, like for our life and our strength, for our friends, our family, the duties that I have in the church.
Yes.
And of course, to our Almighty God, of course. What about you?
All the same things. I'm very grateful also that I very much have been in tune with how grateful I am for my family and my husband. We could have been anybody in this world. That's just kind of my thought. And we could have connected with anyone in this world. And we were kind of put together as our family, and that's your friend circle. I'm super grateful for everyone who has affected my life in such a positive way, including my friends. And, you know, friendships are chosen, friendships are voluntary. So we're going to talk about friendships a little more in our show today. But let's go ahead and have our question of the day for our viewers and anyone who are joining us on INCRadio Sacramento through YouTube or listening to us on the radio station. Olivia, what is our engagement question today?
The question of the day is, how can good friendships make your life better? That's a
Yay.
very good question, right?
So yeah, everyone, how can good friendships make your life better? Anyone in the YouTube chat, you're welcome to chime in. Olivia, do we also have any YouTube shout outs that have come in already?
We do have a few from Elenita. She says, #NCL_Sacramento. Greetings. Happy rainy Saturday viewing from Sacramento. From Jeb, greetings, INC Radio Sacramento. Tuning in from the INC Radio Orange County, California studio at the local of Anaheim, cleaning up from our broadcast. Thank you for
Thanks, you
tuning
guys, for joining.
From Sherry, happy rainy Saturday bowl from American Canyon Locale. From Lynn, #NCL_Fairfield. Hello, everyone. Happy viewing bowl. So that is all for now.
So nice. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your greetings. Even though it's rainy, it feels warm. Thank you. It's very rainy outside, very rainy and very windy. But hoping everyone is staying warm and safe. Let's go ahead and introduce our special guest today, because we have a very new face, a face coming to us from Alaska District. Let's go ahead and introduce Donalyn. Hi, Donalyn.
Good morning. Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and it's freezing cold in Alaska right now.
I can only imagine. If it's cold and rainy here, I think it's like in the 50s. Is it already frozen over there?
It was foggy last night, so it's my car was frozen this morning, but it is 26 degrees outside.
Wow, that is 26 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yes.
Ooh, that is cold. Very much frozen. Yes, yes, yes. But thank you so much for joining our show today. Donalyn is here joining us, chatting about friendships, and let's get right into it. So if you can share with us the local congregation that you're from, and also an interesting fact about yourself, and then we can just chat about some friendships.
So, good morning again. My name is Sister Donalyn. I'm from the local of South Anchorage, here in the District of Alaska. One fact about myself, I like to bake. I try to be a baker, but I don't think, I just try to follow recipes and then try to, improvise on some areas to make it taste a little better, to add like my little flair to it.
Oh, special. Okay, odd question. How can baking relate to friendships?
When
I'm just throwing it out there. Let's see. What is it?
So how can baking relate with friendships? I make their tummies happy.
Yay!
By
Good
my baked goods.
So clever. Donalyn is very clever, so we're happy to have her here on the show. I threw that question at her. Good job. So Donalyn, let's go to the question of the day. Before we pull in maybe some comments on the YouTube chat, how do you think good friendships can make your life better?
I use my close friends as my emotional support, especially if I know that I'm having a bad day at work, especially before I got married. They were like my number one supporter when it comes to like work, like if I have to vent about work, about school, especially now that mostly all my friends are married. We try to keep in touch, at least try to make like one date like every other month, like to meet up for dinner or just for coffee, or have like, we also have a group text just for us to vent about random things that are stressing us that we can't really vent to our husbands.
Yeah. So
and it makes you like happy too.
Yeah. When we go through things that are a little bit tough to process in the moment, it's always nice to feel like you're not alone, whether or not just to share, just express it and just say it. But also, people will understand what we're experiencing, and that's a really good quality to have in our friends.
Especially as a mom.
Oh, yes.
We like vent about the same things.
Yeah, you experience the same experience the same things and that you're able to kind of relate to each other about that. That's really important about a friendship. I like that. Any YouTube comments, Olivia, about the question? It's okay if there's none. We can.
I do see one.
Okay.
From Leslie. Good friendships help encourage you to step out of your comfort zone, hold you accountable for your goals, and celebrate your achievements.
I love that. Thank you so much for that tidbit. That's awesome to be part of the show. Thank you so much. That's very nice. I wanted to go ahead and pull in. The time is already flying by. Can you believe that we're almost halfway done? That is, that's so fast. But I wanted to go ahead and pull in. There is a message for you. Let's go ahead and have our Kuya Tech, can we go in grid view, please? And let's pull in. We have a message. Let me see if I can find that message. Do we have something that somebody wants to share for us and our viewers today? We have a guest here. You're welcome to share your message. You can unmute and everything. You're welcome to do that.
Hello po, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, Sister Donalyn.
We have a very special surprise for Donalyn today. The reason why our friend from Alaska is joining INC Radio. She has no idea. Okay, we did a good job. Is that Ate Dina is with us today. This is the friend that Donalyn shared, happens to live in our area. Yes. So, Donalyn, surprise.
I knew it. It was her the whole time.
Ate Dina, I'll just intro you. She is from Roseville. She is one of our organists there. Go ahead and share your message to Donalyn.
Okay, so Sister Donalyn, BFF, thank you for adopting me at 12 years old after worship service in Anchorage, Alaska. I'm the introvert between us two, and she's obviously the extrovert. And so just like that comment that our YouTube viewer stated, she really did bring me out of my shell. So a lot of the firsts that are responsible, because she's a very responsible person, she's always been the more mature person between us. A lot of the first I owe to her, like getting my first job and the importance of self-care, because she's like, you've worked hard, get those expensive shoes. And obviously God is the center of our lives. We've managed to maintain our duties and stay active in church, and whenever we have some bad times, we get through each other, get through those with each other. And she just adds that spice.
Everybody likes a little spice.
Yes. In a good spice. It's one of those flavor things. So yeah, very flavorful.
Aww, I love that. Thank you for sharing, Donalyn. Do you have anything to respond to your BFF?
Oh my gosh, I'm like tearing up. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, we're not very emotional, right? It's not like we're like, oh, I love you, girl, or whatever. And so
we are not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that she loves me because she doesn't tolerate a lot of people. She tolerated me for like 27 years. So thank you for that.
Oh, wow. 27 years. So you've been friends for 27 years, since the tender ages of around 12-ish, is what I'm hearing? Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Is there a special memory in your friendship that you'd like to share with everyone?
How about you, Donna? Okay, so one of my favorites is when I told her I got engaged.
Yes.
Yeah, that's how I knew that she super loved me and cherished our friendship, because she started crying and she actually got mad at me because because we had plans to go to Hawaii the following year. Yeah. So yeah, and obviously with that kind of reaction, I was like, oh, I didn't know I meant that much to her. You know,
Aw.
yeah. So that's how I know she loves me.
And she got mad. Okay.
Yeah. But
Wait.
she knows she Bowie or she made up for it. I still
That's
have the
good.
perfume she gave me as like a sorry gift. Let's
Oh.
yeah. I still have that. Here, let me my son's handing it to me. I lost the cat, but girl, here it is.
Oh, that's what it
Oh
is.
my gosh, you still have that?
So,
Yeah.
okay, so friendship for 12 years. Tell us more about how the dynamic of friendship. There's differences in personalities.
Mhm.
Um, how did the friendship, how do you feel that friendships can last long? Any advice to others who are, experiencing, maybe they're in different stages in their life and
Oh yeah.
friendships they're still kind of learning about this, or maybe as life stages progress,
Mhm.
friendships kind of change. Anything about that?
Yeah, I owe it mostly to Donald. She's a very good communicator ever since.
Mhm.
She's the type of person where she's just gonna randomly call you when she's going Costco or something. Oh, I can't say that. When she's
That's okay.
shopping for groceries and things like that, or she's
Groceries.
picking
That's
up
okay.
her kids. Yeah,
Not
and
sponsored.
I
Yeah.
got married and had my children way before her, but she still maintained contact. She's so great about
Oh,
that. And yeah, like
mm.
99% of our friendship is because she's a great communicator. And
Wow. Very
she's very
important.
patient with me. So yeah, and that I think it's a lot about communication,
Mm.
having the same values. We were in our youth groups together growing up.
Yes.
In the Binhi youth group, which is
Yep.
for under 18, the
Mhm.
unmarried group, yeah, and
Mhm.
we were like tag team when it came to being officers. I really miss doing activities with her now that we're in separate districts, and that was one of the
Mhm.
cool things because
Mm.
we really kept each other active. And even though we're separated via those phone calls and all of that, it also
Yeah,
helps. Yeah.
love that. Anything, Donalyn, to add? She's still processing the shock.
Knew. She probably knew, but I was trying to like throw her off.
Oh, yeah, just the communication. It helps a lot even when we were in different time zones, like when she was in Michigan, like
Mhm.
especially she had no family there and
Oh yeah.
she's a newlywed and pregnant, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna call this girl even though like she's like four
Aw.
hours ahead,
Yeah.
Aw.
even though like we're both busy. Just try like it's like random. Like I call her randomly. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on?
Yeah.
Like,
She's all our lives. She's just been like that. Like whatever she's doing, whether it's an errand or if she's heading to church or something, or I have to go do some paperwork. Oh
Mhm.
yeah. So she's always just been a very good communicator.
yeah.
So.
How did the friendship start?
I
You can
started
tell
the
that one.
friendship.
What was that? What was it?
I started the friendship with
Yes.
her.
Okay.
It was at church. I think it was just like it was after service, and I was just randomly talking to her, and she didn't want to talk to me at all, and I just kept talking to her.
Yeah, that didn't deter her. That didn't deter her at all. I think it's because we're so close in age. Like we were like 12
Mm.
years old. We're only 1 month apart, by the way.
Yeah, 1 month
So yeah,
apart. So yeah,
yeah,
her birthday's on June 25 and I'm on July 25.
yeah,
So we're
Wow.
technically just a month apart.
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And does it okay, this is making me miss my childhood friends, like my
Oh
childhood best
yeah.
friends. What would you say or how would you advise in addition, I mean, I guess in addition to communication,
Mhm.
keeping friendships, because it sounds like you've through distance, through time, and through life stages, your friendship continued to remain strong. What would be your advice to others who might be experiencing these shifts in the relationship or shifts in factors in the relationship, and how to keep the friendship going?
Um, I would say prayer, just because we have the same values and we're both active in church. That's something that we have a commonality for. Like, oh, I did this today, or today's going to be a busy because of A, B, C, D, or I'm really excited because we have this activity or this event that we're preparing for. So you have a lot, because you share those values, you're able to tie that into your communication. And yeah, and so God is able to keep to be the center. So cute. Yeah, even things like that. Oh my goodness, she's such a cutie. Yeah, that's my little niece.
Okay, so kind of like the same values. What would you advise if, let's pull in the conversation of expectations, because when we're in high school and then college and then no longer in college and then maybe we're married or maybe we move away, I think expectations need to be reviewed. What would you share about that?
I'm gonna pass that to Donalyn because she's the better communicator between us two.
Well, what's funny is that we went to high school together. Then we kind of went to college together, went to the same college. And my funny memory about Dina is she was like, hey, let's take this Latin dance class. It's once a week. And I'm like, okay, cool. And she drops out of the class after 2 classes and leaves me. And I'm like,
it wasn't my thing.
I'm like, you told me to take this class. I'm like, okay. So I try something new with her, and then she leaves me. Then I end up like loving the class and continuing doing the dance class. But I think we all go through our phases in life where there are times where you don't get to talk to your friend. Like, maybe it takes maybe a couple weeks or so. Like with Dina and I, even though we don't talk all the time, it seems like we don't have to catch up right away when we talk to. It's like we go back to where we left off.
Right.
Yeah.
I know some friendships are different, but with the friends that I have, it's just, even though we're far away from each other, it seems like it's only been a day or two since we've talked. I think just giving each other time. It's nice to have a break too, to think, especially when you're younger. If we've had I don't want to put you on the spot, Dina, but there are times where when she is not in a good mood, or if she's going through something, I just give her time and wait for her to reach out to me when she's ready.
Yeah.
It's good to give each other time. And not get on their case, hey, why aren't you talking to me? Hello, I've been bugging you. Just giving each other time and space works a lot too in friendships.
Yeah,
because once they're ready to open up, they will open up once they're ready, if they're going through something.
So it sounds like, in addition to you keeping the communication, but always just allowing it to kind of be open whenever the person's ready to take up that communication line. So it also sounds like there's an understanding of each other, an understanding and an acceptance of personalities, ways we process, and the ways we want to communicate. So those are all important things. All great tips, everyone. I'm hoping that you are thinking about your bestie, and after this broadcast, give them a call. Give them a call and just start talking like nothing ever happened.
I'm gonna call you Donalyn.
I even called her. I'm like, did you suggest me to go on INCRadio? Because I saw your email on the list.
We had to say, you did. We had to say partial truths to Donalyn, because this was a surprise for her. Yeah. Very sweet, because Dina was the one who thought of you and said, I'd like to do this for Donalyn. She's out in Alaska. So we made it work. So thank you, the District of Alaska, for sharing Donalyn with us. Is there anything, Donalyn, as we wind down on our show, is there anything you want to also share or say to Dina? Yes, she's going to be a little mad at you that she surprised you on the show today. But aside from that, anything that you'd like to share? And she's not prepped for this. So
I appreciate you to be one of my good best friends for the longest time. I appreciate all the things that you do above and beyond for me and my family, like for spoiling our family whenever it's not needed. Um, Dina did go to my wedding in the Philippines and took her whole family, and she didn't have to give a monetary gift, but she still did. I'm like, she's like one of my most generous friends. I'm like, you didn't have to give a gift. Like, your gift is coming to my wedding to the Philippines, but I just appreciate you for always being there and giving me advice if it's needed. Your family is like my family now too. I treat your kids like they're my kids' cousins, and I do hope that we get to hang out together soon. Either we go to California or you guys come back to Alaska and visit.
Overdue, totally overdue.
Just visit.
Yes.
Adina's ours now, but just visit.
She used to be here.
We love
You can always come back.
Yeah, I'm overdue for a visit, but yeah.
That's very nice. I want to share that this is, keeping your friendships so strong over a long span of time, over the experiences that our two friends here joining us have experienced. It's very rare to find a good friend. And I think it was on INC Media page, there was a verse about friendship. I don't know the exact verse, so I'll just say paraphrase. That a good friend is like a brother or like a sister. So hearing that, you're almost like a sister bond with kids kind of being cousin relationship, that's very special and very rare. And anyone who's listening, I'm hoping that we all continue to be graced and blessed with this kind of connection in life to help us get through our life while we're here. So thank you for joining us, Dina and Donalyn.
I'll call you.
Olivia, I also wanted to jump in. Olivia, I know we were giving a lot of space for our two friends here to rekindle and see each other's faces. But Olivia, is there anything else you wanted to add? Any shout outs you wanted to shout out to any of your friends? Any answer to any of the questions, any thoughts? Now would be a time before we wrap up the show.
I just wanted to say thank you to all our viewers and listeners, as always, for always tuning in and supporting INC Radio Sacramento. Back to you, Ate.
Okay, sounds good. So, yes. So for those who are joining us, we're back online again next week, Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to continue our conversations on gratitude. So we wanted to share a special thank you to those who make this broadcast and the connections that we make here on the show, and reaching out to all of our viewers and listeners, all possible. So a special thank you to our Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our CESP President and CFO Coordinator, Brother Angelo Aranio Manalo, our INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Wally Tarai, and our district staff of Northeast California. Special shout out to District of Alaska and our entire INC Radio crew, all of our viewers and listeners. Without you, we'd be talking into the abyss. But thank you so much for reaching out and being a part of our show. We are excited to see you all next week. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, na, na,